Hello, everyone, and welcome to Kryptonite. So let's dive in.
If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel, and if you like the video at the end, click on the thumbs up.
Hello, and welcome to Kryptonite, the crypto investor channel. I'm Boris. Let's dive into FUD and FOMO. So what is FUD? What is FOMO? FUD is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. FOMO is fear of missing out. Totally opposite things. FUD is what happens whenever people spread out stories that might be scaring the market, and that's usually something you see, especially during the beginning of bear markets. You see a lot of FUD stories. You see a lot of market manipulation because of FUD, meaning that people will try to scare, especially the retail investors, people like you and I, where they will spread supposedly bad news, to try to make the price of Bitcoin or other cryptos go down so that they can buy at a cheaper price. Now, FOMO is very different. FOMO is when you are in fear of missing out, meaning you see the price going up, and up, and you're trying to say, oh my God, maybe this is going to a much higher price. Let me buy a bunch of coins right now, because that would be awful if I didn't buy and later on I realized I could have made some really nice gains. So FUD and FOMO are very important because they do make a big difference on the market. When the market goes down, it tends to be because of the stories are scaring people. So especially in the news. So for instance, if we go to, let's say, Yahoo Finance, you're going to see some stories, and you can easily identify the FOMO stories and the FUD stories. So you see Bitcoin hovers near 6-month high on ETF hopes, inflation worries. That's a FOMO story right there, because that means that people are going to be like, oh my God, it's almost at a 6-month high. Maybe it's time to buy before it goes even higher. So that's your typical FOMO story. The FUD stories, we're probably going to find one fairly quickly. Let's see. So right here, we see a story for Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, bashing Bitcoin, calling it worthless. So whenever you see a story like this, that's a typical FUD story, trying to scare people, that the boss or the CEO of one of the largest bank in the world and the largest bank in the US, is saying that Bitcoins are worth nothing. So that's your typical, FUD stories. Now, when it's just one story, usually it may not have that big of an influence. When you have multiple FUD stories at the same time, they have kind of a snowball effect, and sometimes they can really scare off some people. So I think it's important to keep a cool head whenever you're seeing those type of stories, whether FUD or FOMO. You should never really, be as concerned as they sound in the articles. When it's FUD, it's probably not as bad as they're saying. And whenever it's FOMO, it's probably not as good as they're saying, meaning you got to keep some balance. One of the good ways to say, if you look at the Bitcoin and you're looking on 24 hours, you're like, oh my God, it went down. This news came out, went back up, and then it went all the way back down. The best way in most cases is zoom out, look at, 30 days. What is it doing? Oh my God, you see on 30 days, it's going up. I mean, of course, there are ups and downs, but overall, it's going up. And then let's look at 90 days. Okay, yeah, the same. It went from 29,000, and now we're at like 61,000. So zooming out allows you to take some perspective on what's really going on. You're not going to worry as much. Remember, it is crypto, so it moves sometimes pretty violently, but it may be very short-lived as well. As you can see here, you have a big drop from pretty much the 7th, through the 7th, the end of the day. In one single day, you see 52,000 dropping to 46,000, 47,000. So that's a big drop. But overall, if you look at the whole 90 days, it's doing pretty well. So don't buy too much into FUD. Don't buy too much into FOMO. It's never a good idea to catch a falling knife, and it's never a good idea to try to catch a train that's already going at full speed. So look at every story, pay attention to what's going on in the news, but be aware that some of the people out there are against Bitcoin, and of course banks don't like cryptos in general because they see it as a danger to their business model. So there are not too many banks, at least some of the older banks, are not going to be too much bringing great stories about Bitcoin. And the same on FOMO. It's not because something has been going up that it's time to buy, because it might be too late, first of all, and you don't want to be in a situation where you buy the top and then you have to live through a correction. So that's the perspective on FUD and FOMO. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you next time on Crypto Night. I hope this video helps. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.
If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel, and if you like the video at the end, click on the thumbs up.